Listen. Listen, listen, listen. The music's going to keep playing for a moment. Tonight, June the 16th, 2023. Episode 169. Yeah! I'm doing that right. I hope so. What is everybody doing? Go ahead and get that in there. I didn't do this offset. Usually I do hair, no makeup, before I get on. For real. What is going on out there tonight, guys? All right, check this out. I don't know what you guys are doing here on this Friday. I'm over here trying to keep up with things over here on the internet, as well as reach you guys out there. First and foremost, I hope each and every one of you, as I always say, somebody told me one day, it's easy for somebody to say, he says this every time you get on, every time I get on the internet, every time I get on a mic, every time I say, first and foremost, whatever you're going through, I don't know what it is. Respectfully, it doesn't matter what it is. I hope that you do not stay there. I hope you don't, because I think that it's a sad world if it's a bad situation. If it's a good thing, stay in the good. I chose today, on this Friday, I started off my morning crappy. Things started happening like that I just wanted to scream. Like it was one of these mornings. I tell you what, my coffee wasn't right. Doesn't make anybody mad if you're a coffee drinker, huh? I knocked over a drink all over my island, all over the damn place. I can't find my wallet. Misplaced things. It's just one of these things. Day after day, I can keep going and going, but then it'll seem like I'm just, complaining, which I am. But I do want to say that even myself, I chose to not stay that way, and I went out and I cut my grass. I worked out my yard a little bit. I made my bed, which I do every morning. I did things around the house, which you normally would do, but then some. And you too, if that's you and you were feeling like you were down and out, and you feel like you've got to do something because you're tired of being stuck in, you're getting cabin fever, or you just, period, the world's getting to you, or things are getting to you, or if you're in a good mood, whatever mood it is, I'm going to start saying that too, go out and enjoy it. Today, we had 81 degrees. Do you believe that? Right now, it's 81. The high today was like 93. So right now, currently, it's 81. It's 8:05. By 9, it's going to be 78 degrees, 75, 73, 71, and 70 all, up until 1 a.m. That's what it's going to be like. And this week's forecast for what we got going on down here in good old Georgia, where the wind can blow at 8 miles an hour or 50. It looks like we're going to have the lows of 63, between 63 and our highs of 86. So between 63 and 86, Monday through Friday, or in this case, Saturday through Tuesday, the way I was reading that 3-day forecast, we're going to go, I'm loving this weather. So I chose to bask in it. It is the day that is made for us. Go out and enjoy it. It's a day he made, and that's what I'm talking about. Guys, listen. Some of you I've been talking to. Some of you are actually on a day-to-day level with me. I try to talk to some of you. I do miss a lot of phone calls. I'm not good about returning shit. Phone calls. I mean, I'm just not. Because I like to talk. And sometimes I'm like, these conversations that these people, not always, but sometimes I'm like, look, there's 5 or 10 minutes that's all I got to say, for free time or whatever it is. It's not enough to talk on the phone, and it's not enough. So I might not. But what happens there is I get to where I don't get people, I don't return them back, the phone calls and all that. Either way, hold on one second. All right, there we go. Either way, whatever you're doing and wherever you guys are, I hope that it is a good time. I hope if you're in a funk, get out of it, because funks are horrible. Don't do it. You need some words, you need some encouraging stuff, you are on the right channel. You didn't find this video by mistake. Even if you're on it like, oh, I'm just scrolling through. Yeah, whatever. It says I'm live up there somewhere, whatever. What is it, up there somewhere? And I know that you seen it. Anyway. All right, check it out. Today is a special day. It is a special day, I say, for me. Not for me, I mean to me. For the world. And to some, it doesn't matter. But at a young age, I adapted to where I like music. I know all kind of music. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, and that means that I failed somewhere. I stopped learning, up-to-date stuff. But there's a lot I do know, and I know that early music, whether it was influential, whether it was the same thing I was going through, but somebody else was on the street, but the same story. You know what I'm saying? I looked up to these old school lyricists, these old school rappers, and one in particular is Tupac Shakur. And today is Tupac's birthday. And so if you've followed me long enough and you've watched me, then you know that in the background over here, you will see this. In every episode, okay? In every episode. Now somebody says, what is that? Look for a moment. This is Tupac Shakur, Are You Still Down? Remember Me album. Let me tell you something. That doesn't mean nothing to most people, right? Well, it does to me. That's all I'm going to say. So happy birthday to Tupac, and he would have been 52 today. And that's somebody that, obviously I don't live the same style or lifestyle that he done, obviously, or nothing like that. But certain songs that even the public or I'll say singles or people might not know, but he's got so much plethora. Just do your research on plot. God rest his soul. Happy birthday, and that's where I'm going with that. Everybody else, listen. Coming up, I think that I am going to start having people on call again and have them sitting right here next to me. I think that would be cool. We would share a mic. I think now I'm comfortable after 3 years of talking to people. Maybe. And I got to find some people that are willing to sit in here. One of my friends, Gray, Johnny Stumbles is what we call him. He was one of the last that was in here pre-COVID. So it was like, and then COVID happened, and I didn't get people up in what I call my studio here, but I want some people here. I'd love to go to their house. I've talked with people. Now the camera angles and certain things have changed a little bit, so the quality's a little better. I don't have to worry about some mishaps as I did even with K-Dog, Keg Belly. We had a mishap where we did this live and recorded, and once I watched it, out of like 30 minutes, there was only like 8 minutes of footage. So I redid that, took that like 8, actually I think it was like 12 minutes of footage, and I just created an episode again, and I re-aired it. So, but there was so much pausing and the glitches, and Keg Belly, he definitely remembers that. We're not going to do that. anymore. I can sit the microphone up. We can talk. There, I used to. If y'all, those who've been a guest, have seen me set things up or been like, okay, do this, do this. I want you guys to look here, and y'all know how I talk to you. And set the cameras and stuff up. We're not going to do that no more. I'm just going to set them up, and we're just going to start talking because I'm now comfortable in a different style of recording. So anyway, that would be really cool. I want to get some people in there. I did have I'll go ahead and say it now, a segment, if you will, where it's Keg Belly and me, Big Beard, and what we're doing is cookies and coffee with Keg Belly. Conversations and coffee with Keg Belly, something like that. And we're going to sit and talk about anything and everything under the sun. I love it when other people talk to me on here because I'm just babbling and babbling, and I'm filling up time, and I'm doing, my homework and my research to get on here and do a topic. And, I work for what I got going on, especially the shows that I film. I have 2 shows just recorded on Spotify. If you guys get up there, Big Beard and Friends, that's with a Z on Spotify. You can find 2. I think they're 10-minute shows. I never kept that going, but I'm going to try to get that back going. I am going to try to get into radio, the local radio station. I know you need a guy in there to give you the weather and give you these sports, perhaps, and even what's going on downtown. Not really like that, but, I want to be a voice actor, I think. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I think I want to do it. I got the perfect face for radio. You guys got that, okay. And I deserve to be, I have the perfect face to be behind a mic. I don't know. What I'm saying is, I'm going to step out. I took a slight poll amongst friends, just for, reasons to myself. And I've realized that people do, a lot, favor the direction of me going to radio or going to that. There's so many people that are for it, and I'm like, thanks. That actually makes me feel good. That's what makes me want to talk, because somebody out there is listening. Things like that. I've once again, this is one of my favorite things to tell people is I had a person write me and tell me that they enjoy watching me every week, and it helped them in a funk and out of a funk, and they were down and out one evening, and they ended up looking at a video of mine, and I'm like, wow, really, and yeah, that's true. And my followers, for what I got going on, all organic and all, my stuff, what I've done to get people here. It's a lot for me, but the followers are growing. So I want to grow with that. And I've said this for a few years, but I want to get off of, use more platforms instead of just Facebook. So. Let's see, what else has I got going on? You guys, I don't talk a lot about local things or things that are going on in the world, but they're finding things and rare discoveries over in Egypt, and I didn't dig into it, but I already know this much. They're finding stuff that they want to do, obviously research on, and even if they have to take samples of what they found, whether it be a mummy or whatever. But I think they should leave it alone. Leave things alone. You don't always know what we're dealing with, obviously, when you dig something up that's, say, 1,000 years old or more, perhaps. Something that stood out to me is they did this, I think it was 2015, over Egypt or something like this, they find this Buddha statue, and they did a CAT scan of it, a CT scan, if you will, whatever they call it, and it's a statue that's sitting there, and the Buddha's in his pose. I don't know the pose or anything if I'm saying something wrong. And when they did this scan, they found out that inside of it was an actual monk that had been mummified inside of this statue for like 1,000 years. That's, we don't know. You're finding the, put it back, leave it alone. Leave things alone. I don't know. I find things like that. I mean, take your picture, do whatever you got to do, put it back. One of those put it back things. I don't know. I do know that people watching on a Friday night, if you're one of them, I want to thank you. If you are one of these 1,000 to 1,300 people that watch, this show is about anything and everything under the sun, like I say, including the sun. And get some people that want to talk about things, we'll talk, we'll have a conversation right here. Last week, or a couple weeks ago, I guess, I had an interaction that went awesome on my live, where people were loving, and I think that that's important to mark there, to make a check there, because there's times where I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to be transparent, but people have got a way of interacting that makes even the darkest things seem for a moment forgettable. If you find that person, if you find that happiness just for that moment, whatever it may be, drawing, walking, running, exercising, reading a book, sitting in silence, don't lose that. See, it's only these times, I'm speaking from experience here, that when we're in these moments where we are by ourselves, two things happen. One, you get to know yourself. You get to know yourself. You get to know things about yourself if you spend enough time thinking. But two, it can consume you and confuse it. If we spend too much time, like even some people watching, it can't be a good place. So get out and do something. I'm not going to sit and give people third degrees or 2 cents, about what I think you should do, but I will speak from my point of view. I will speak from my experiences. I will speak from me. And I think that's what people get lost sometimes, I guess, when I talk. I think people don't realize what I see in their faces. It shows, or they look like, oh, he's lost, or he's something. Look at him. Oh, we just take him. We just love him. People are fucking fake. And I know so many people that are fake that I almost don't want to be around people. Now, at the same time, you got Big Beard. You're talking good. You're talking negative and down, but you're talking positive. Well, I know that you just should not worry about people, and you shouldn't worry about things you can't change, and don't stress. That alone, I know all these things that I'm saying come down to hurting yourself. Like, what I mean is, it's a when you hold so much in, it consumes you, as I was saying, and it confuses you. So we got to learn to let go. Or I'll tell you what, I think that there's so many people out there that can't let go of things, and myself included, that I think it's already consumed and confused us. If you're not there yet, good for you. If you don't get in these predicaments, good for you. If you're one of these people that aren't bothered about anything, good for you. I can tell you I'm not bothered about a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that bother me. See what I'm saying? But I don't always speak on it. We live in a world where people are fake. People are two-faced. People talks, I don't know about you, but I want to be around the people that take up for me when I'm not around. I don't need to know about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't give a shit who you are. Take up for me. Those kind of people. Well, why should we take up for you? We don't know nothing about you. Fair enough. So those who do will be the ones that count. Surround yourself with people that matter the most. Those who matter will be there. Things will, I've realized that the more I speak the truth, and the more I speak my mind, I realize that I've lost a lot of connections, a lot of people along the way, And it used to hurt me a little bit, like, I'll never see them again. I won't do this. Not that they died. I mean, I lost them. Like, I just didn't want nothing to do with them again. And now it doesn't hurt me no more to tell somebody, hey, get out of here with that, I'm not tough, but I got a lot of grit. I was raised a certain way, and not that you or anybody else watching was raised worse or more, this way or that way. Not that we're competing. I was raised, the things I went through was quite different. There's still things I haven't shared, and if you knew those things, it'd be like, it all makes sense now. You'll read about it. Literally. Because I'm trying to write a book. I've already got about 3 chapters in, working on the 4th one now. So far, it's audio, and they're only 10 minutes. So I got about 40 minutes of book. So, guys, I don't know what you're doing. Once again, I don't know what's going on in your world, but I hope you are having a fantastic Friday. Here, once again, we are at 80 degrees. I will take this any day of the week, especially knowing that our low, within the next 30 minutes, it's going to be 78, and our low at 1 a.m. is going to be 70. But anyway, I've shared just about all I can share. These live videos, I've found that they have more attention than one would think. And sometimes people write me messages after they're over. I'm like, that's even cool too. That's been a minute, but those who have, thank you for that. I'm trying my best. That means you guys are seeing something, or So continue to see it. Continue to want to grow with me and me to grow, and Check out the YouTube channel. Everybody's like, oh, here he is on YouTube. I get a lot of people for some reason asking me, oh, do I have to pay for it? No. Just type my name in. You can type in at Big Beard 2021 on Facebook. Obviously, you know where it's at here. You can go on YouTube. Get a pen and a paper. I'll give you a moment to get a pen and paper. No. Backwards. Start over. On YouTube, you go at BBF on the reel. Okay? If you type me in, I promise, you'll find so much more things on YouTube. I want to get it going. I'm going to keep pushing it. There's so many shorts and so many goofy ones. And like Otis and Dale are in there. So go watch it over there. Go do some things. Help that one grow. I got like 7,000 views. There's nothing. I got to get it growing. Anyway, long day. I've cut grass twice. Still not done. I am currently soaked and I have grass on me while I'm doing this. I am actually covered. I'm tired. I've been up early. I've spent more than half my time today outside. So there you go. That's another reason I'm ecstatic. It does this to you. You can't tell it on camera here, but I am pink. I had my shirt off. I got a little tan going on. It's all right. I even took it easy on the trampoline. I told a guy one time that I hated that they were not called trampolines until his mother jumped on them. They used to be called jumpolines. Anyway, guys, those words that I say to always carries out every Friday on this live episode 169 are what? Love, peace, chicken grease. Guys, thanks for watching.